Hello everyone. So this is the fifth and final video of topic 4. And this is where we're going to look at the way that smart contracts interact with you. And you may well be using one without even knowing it. So, decentralized applications, DApps. So the traditional Web 2.0 application or app communicates via this applications programming interface to some centralized server, which then connects to a massive database. And information flows both ways. So, for example, you log into your bank or Facebook or whatever, you put in your passwords and security numbers or whatever it is you need to log on. The API takes that encrypted information to a centralized server, and then the server retrieves the information from a database, sends it back via the API to you. But as I mentioned before, this is really broken. Cyber attacks and being able to crack cryptographic hash functions, even ECC is crackable. And that's elliptic curve cryptography, remember topic 2. So it's really important to improve security. Otherwise, we'll have to go back to everything being on paper, which would be really hard. Okay, so in Web 3.0, apps become decentralized apps, DApps, okay? So the front end of a DApp is what you see, looks just the same as an app, but then it's powered by a blockchain where all the information is stored, and the sort of postman that goes to and fro is a smart contract. So there are thousands of these dApps already, most of them on Ethereum. Maker is a very common one, or Maker DAO, D-A-O. This allows people to post Ether as collateral for a loan, and they can get the loan in the stablecoin DAO, the DAO stablecoin. MetaMask is a platform where you can mask your identity and manage blockchains without revealing very much information at all. Autonomy is something for digital media producers for streaming rights and services. Ethlance is a job markets platform. There's already apps for insurance and all sorts of things. I mean, wherever there's smart contracts, there will be some sort of DApp that you can download. So what's the difference between an app and a DApp? Apart from the functionality, the code is open source. So if you want to download the code for the Brave browser, you can just have a look at it on GitHub. But you can't download the code for Chrome. Similarly, you can have dApps for any of the facilities that we have, making video calls through Skype or Zoom. Expertise is the DApp equivalent for a jobs board. Ethlance is the DApp equivalent, or operating systems. There's an EOS operating system instead of using iOS. WeChat. Storage, there's the interplanetary filing system, and so forth. All right. So the records are stored on a public blockchain, and with the advanced cryptographic security keys, this is much more of a deterrent against cyber attacks, much better than those captcha things you have to fill in when you're using an ordinary app. And blockchains, public blockchains, can't be blocked. The government can't say you can't use this, which some governments are getting more and more more and more inclined to do. Let's have a look at this ranking site, State of the dApps. So you can see how many dApps are on different blockchains. So the Ethereum one has most. That's got nearly 3,000, 28,000 users, 79,000 transactions in the last day. The volume of the transactions was $107 million. Number of contracts is 5,000, etc., etc. But most of them are gambling and games, although there's a lot of these DeFi finance applications as well. So if you look here, like MakerDAO, that's a lending platform. There's a lot of those springing up right now. We'll talk about that in a minute. So Chainlink is a bit like Dropbox, it's for security. There are exchanges for token exchanges that are dApps rather than these decentralized exchanges on the blockchain can be very difficult to access unless you're running a blockchain node. So let's have a look at some of the other, what's on EOS. EOS is a much newer blockchain. It's only got 300 dApps, and almost all of those are gambling. It's not a DeFi place, is it? I mean, it's for property, but no finance ones, no insurance. Okay, so you can find out more about these apps just by clicking on it. Let's have a look at MakerDAO. So this ranking site will tell you all about the app itself and give you some statistics. That's why we called it a ranking site. In the whole Web 3.0 environment, things are so new that you need ranking sites to understand, you know, there's thousands of coins now, which are the ones that you should avoid, which are the ones that are actually properly run. Have they got, what's their management like, and things like that. So these ranking sites give you a lot more information about specific products and services. Let's have a look now at DeFi, decentralized finance apps. So, for example, here's in one ranking site. There's lots of ranking sites. I just took you to one there. That's probably the best overall one. But on the decentralized finance, there's quite a few quite good ones. And this shows you what Compound is about. It's about earning interest on your stable coins. So you can earn quite a lot of interest in an environment where interest rates are so low. It's quite a good idea to convert your money to a stable coin, which is going to be 1 for 1 against the dollar. So you're not going to lose out on the exchange rate at all. And then you can get more interest because Compound is lending to some very risky people. It's one of the peer-to-peer lenders, which then go on to securitize. Anyway, I'll talk about that more in financial risk management, actually, because it's more the risks, the credit risks that are being run by peer-to-peer lending is quite extreme. Okay, so you can find out statistics about the number of transactions and the volume of those transactions and the balance and so forth of this particular dApp. And we can see that Maker is a very dominant one. It has 1.43 billion, but actually AAVE, AAVE, another lending one, is one of the biggest. There is another decentralized exchange. Curve Finance is another exchange app. Then most of these are lending. So let's have a look at those. I made this slide a couple of days, was it yesterday? Day before? Wow. So there's more than 1 billion has flown into this area in about, I don't know, 3 days? Gosh. So AAVE has got 1.66 billion USD that it's loaning out. Maker, you see, people are in financial difficulties all over the world at the moment, mainly because of COVID. And yeah, let's have a look at AAVE. In the last 24 hours, its assets under management, so to speak, the USD it's loaning, has grown 10%. Wow. Look at it. That's just this month. It's gone from 500,000 to coming on for 2 billion soon. Whoa. Anyway, it's incredible how quick this DeFi craze is one of the reasons why the Ethereum network's getting so clogged. They can't wait for the proof of stake and for proper scalability in S2. So it can't come soon enough, I suppose, for them. So just to wrap up this topic, it's all about Web 3.0. And there are lots of challenges to overcome still. First of all, the governance. It's a bit like the Wild West out there, hence the Ethereum names Homestead, Frontier, Metropolis, you know. Protocol updates can lead to splits in the chain, new coins like Ethereum Classic or Bitcoin Cash, you know, and allowing network access as well is, you know, quite important to make sure that you don't allow people that are going to be dishonest into the network. So that governance about banning network nodes that do bad things is quite important. Scalability is one of the really key issues. New consensus algorithms are still under development. We went through quite a few in topic 3. The Tangle, that's one of the most interesting ones. And the Ripple algorithm is quite unique as well. Security against increasing DDoS attacks and cyber attacks. For example, in March, when the S&P 500 absolutely crashed this year, March 2020, Bitcoin was completely wiped out with DDoS attacks on lots of exchanges at the same time. DDoS attacks, as we shall see in, I don't know exactly which topic it is it topic 5 or 6? One of those, or it could be 7. One of those topics, we are going to be talking about DDoS attacks and how they're used in trading strategies to manipulate the price of a coin. Then there's all sorts of legality issues. There's so much anonymity, or at least pseudonymity, with your hexadecimal wallet addresses, and you can have as many wallets as you like. So tracing the funds is, although you can download a copy of the blockchain, it's very difficult to trace different funds, and governments and regulators are way behind. And cross-border standards, international tax rules and so forth are really quite easy to get around at the moment, at least. So that's it for this topic. I'll see you again in topic 6. Bye for now.